I am a private individual, I'm not a corporation. And I'm finna start placing liens on your property. Let's see how you like that. See, that's what this is for the boy down to. Because then when you can't explain to your girlfriend, wife, or your children why he's not taking our property, because you didn't uphold or follow the oath that you took as an officer. All because you want to try to act like you're something that you're not. You're not a police officer, you're a peace officer. Learn who you are and learn who you're dealing with when you're dealing with citizens, private citizens. And since you want to go there, and I know this is being recorded, because I get the copy of that, you're dealing with a sovereign citizen.
Meet him in Battle Creek.
From Dickman and Phelps.
On December 30th, 2024, an officer was driving when he spotted this Cadillac Escalade that he knew belonged to a local sovereign citizen that had given him trouble in the past. So he immediately spun around, got up behind him, and noticed that he had a fake license plate on his car that said private, so he immediately lit him up to pull him over.
Going in at TJ's party store. It's going to be a sovereign citizen plate. I'll take another, please.
What's up, Fields?
Hi, sir. How are you?
I'm alright, and yourself?
I'm good.
It's still the same situation.
Okay. Do you know why I stopped you?
No, I don't.
Okay. It's because of your license plate.
Uh-huh.
What is that, if you don't mind me asking?
It's the plate that I put on here. Let it be known that I'm a private entity. This is a private vehicle, not an automobile, and I'm not operating in commerce.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you have your driver's license on you?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Do we have insurance on the vehicle yet?
I just told you it's the same situation.
I don't.
You don't remember?
Sir, I talk to a lot of people. And so I don't quite, I mean, I remember your face. I don't really remember your name or anything like that, so. Do you have a driver's license on you?
I have one, but I don't carry it no more because I'm not required to have it.
Okay, then can I have you step out of the vehicle, please?
Yep.
Thank you.
What am I stepping out of my vehicle for?
So, in the state, so I know you feel the way that you feel, right? And I'm not here to debate that with you right now, but in the state of Michigan, you're required to carry your driver's license on your person while you're driving. If not, it is a misdemeanor. It is called no ops on person.
Okay.
So I'm going to have you step out of the vehicle, please.
And again, that does not explain why I'm stepping out of my vehicle.
Yes, it does, because I'm going to detain you in a pair of handcuffs. So I'm going to ask you nicely one more time to please step out of the vehicle.
So because I don't have my... Maybe I should let you detain me and then sue you for false arrest, because you cannot detain me. You cannot put handcuffs on me because I don't have a license, something that I just went through this with you with.
Okay.
Oh, matter of fact.
You do have it on you. Okay, awesome. That is all I needed.
But you know what? I do want to be detained because we had this conversation before that a driver license.
So now I have nothing to detain you for. So
a driver license, insurance, and plates is not a requirement. I have not committed a crime, so you had no reason to pull me over. And I hope your camera's...
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay, I'm going to need a copy of that, too.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right. May you please sit back in the vehicle now.
Okay. But you just... Matter of fact, let me call my attorney. Because see,
actually, now that you're out of the vehicle, I'm going to have you stay out, and we're going to go to the front of my car, okay?
For what? Because if you conduct an illegal search and seizure...
I'm not searching nothing.
Okay, so why am I stepping to the back of my vehicle?
Because...
See, you're doing a whole lot of things that's unconstitutional and against the law.
Okay.
So why you have me step out of my vehicle?
Okay, now we're gonna go this way, please.
Okay, let's go.
All right, thank you. All right, I'm gonna have you I'm gonna make sure you don't got nothing on you, okay? All right. So now I'm gonna have you sit right here, please. Thank you. All right. And so just to be clear, you still do not have insurance on the vehicle?
No, I don't.
Okay. All right.
And you said you had me step back here for what now? I had me step out of my vehicle for what now?
So at first you told me that you did not have a driver's license on you, right? Which is a misdemeanor.
And that's a crime for you to have me step out of my vehicle. I committed a crime for you to pull me over, correct?
Your plate.
And that's a crime, correct?
It is the civil infraction. You didn't have a plate on the vehicle. It's an improper plate.
It's improper.
Yes,
so
sir.
The U.S. Supreme Court has not said that I do not need a plate license or insurance as long as I'm not functioning in commerce. Is this what you're saying?
Okay, so you have an improper plate on your vehicle, sir.
I'm asking, because see, when I take this into the courtroom and send this to the U.S. Supreme Court to show that y'all are ignoring court rulings, then that gives me more ground to do what I'm going to do legal-wise.
So I'm
asking you, are you voiding a U.S. Supreme Court case ruling?
Do you have a preference on who tows your vehicle?
You want to tow my vehicle, knock yourself out, because then I can charge you for that too, because my vehicle is registered as a secure party under UCC 1. So if you want to do anything you want to do what you feel like it.
Okay, do you have a preference on who tows it?
Whoever you want to have tow it.
Okay, so a vehicle to be on the roadway in the state of Michigan must have insurance, okay?
It does.
So you told me it doesn't.
No, I'm telling you, this is what you're telling me, that you are avoiding a U.S. Supreme Court case ruling. Is this what you're doing?
Do you have insurance for the car?
No, I don't. See, he wrote me a ticket before. He knows this stuff already. He knows that we already have a hearing going on. So this is just compiling onto now harassment. Because we had this conversation once before. When we was over there, and you said, yeah, I know, we got to go to court. And there's a reason why they haven't did the hearing yet.
Yes.
So I'm asking you, are you voiding a U.S. Supreme Court case?
So the first time that I stopped you, you had a plate on the vehicle. You don't. Now this is a completely improper plate. So that was the reason for the stop today.
Did the plate have tags on there? Because you stopped me because the tags was expired. So that, according to you, is that or is that not an improper plate?
This plate right here isn't a valid Michigan plate. So, state of Michigan, you have to have a plate.
And this,
be registered through
this what I'm showing. This we've already went through before. U.S. Supreme Court says I do not have to have a license plate, driver license, or insurance to operate as long as I'm not operating in commerce. Did I not show you that ruling?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
So hang tight with my partner, please.
Yeah, okay.
Here's what I can tell you, and I'm not trying to be difficult. I've run into this plenty of times. I've been an officer for 18 years here in Battle Creek. Right, run into this plenty of times. You do have to have a plate on your car. If the car is driving on the road, it has to have insurance. So those are violations. No.
So can you read this for me, please, sir?
Well, so here's what I'm
trying to get y'all to.
If I pulled up the state law for Michigan that said you have to have your vehicle registered through the Secretary of State and it has to be insured in order to travel on the roadways, would that make any difference to you right now?
No, it wouldn't, because the U.S. Supreme Court has already ruled, and that applies to a vehicle, not an automobile, and they are specific in their language. That's why I asked you to read this. That's why I'm asking him.
In 18 years, I've heard this argument a lot of times. Not once has it ever been overturned at what he's doing. Not once has it been overturned at the state level for any case that I've ever been part of, where if somebody's driving without their vehicle registered, and we're talking here in Battle Creek, right?
Okay. Now let me ask you a question, because I do have a copy of you guys' oath and obligation. Are you not obligated to enforce the U.S. Constitution? Did you not take an oath to do that?
I sure did.
Does the U.S. Constitution not state that we are not required to have a license to operate a vehicle? On the words of commerce, that you cannot convert a privilege into a right, or a right into a privilege. Does it not say that in the U.S. Constitution?
So what this boils down to is an interpretation of the wording, and I'm just telling you, this is the instruction that we have through our city attorney, right? This is the courts. We will operate here in the state of Michigan, right, under Michigan law. Michigan law requires you to have a plate and have your vehicle insured.
Now the next question is, does Michigan law supersede the U.S. Supreme Court? Or does Michigan law supersede the U.S. Constitution? See, this is the thing that I know what y'all are taught, right? But in the end, it's going to boil down to, you guys are...
when do you, and that's not me being a smart aleck, when do you think that the end that it boils down to will be? Because every end where something boils down to, like this same situation, in the end, when it all boils down, you are required to have a plate and insurance.
Okay, well...
So I don't know when...
It boils down to, when you go into the courtroom, the court's like, you know what, we don't want to deal with this, we're not going to have a hearing on it, we're not going to even rule on it, so that way there's no record to prove that what you're saying is correct, because we know what the U.S. Supreme Court has ruled, and lower courts cannot, nor can a police officer or peace officer change a ruling of a U.S. Supreme Court judge.
And so that ruling hasn't happened, right? That's
It
why we're
has
still
happened.
out here. That's why we're still out here enforcing this law.
You're enforcing it because you don't know it. So it's funny, right? Because if you go into when you go into the courtroom and the court's like, you know what, this is correct, and they dismiss the case. So what? But your guys are still enforcing it. So it's going to take like a major. And I'm not being, because you're not being rude or
I wouldn't be
rude with
rude
me.
to you.
I'm not doing, and I don't want to go this route. But it's going to take a major lawsuit, a civil matter, in order for people to stop violating people's rights. Because you guys are not attorneys. You don't go to courts or go to law school to learn the law. Y'all only enforce penal codes, which I can show you a U.S. Supreme Court ruling in the states that all rules, regulations, and codes are for you guys and you guys alone, not for men, not for natural people, which is in clear language.
What about like the Supreme Court, like Pennsylvania versus Mims, and things where the Supreme Court has ruled like we can't have you step out of the car?
Okay. There has to be a crime being committed before you can have me step out.
Sure don't.
Terry v. Ohio, which is called a Terry stop.
That's different. That has to do with a search.
Okay, in order for you to conduct a search, you have to do what?
You have to have reasonable suspicion. Terry versus Ohio is about a pat down search.
Right, a search. So in order for you to,
but to have you step from a vehicle,
that means I have to be done something that caused suspicious for you to pull me over. Meaning that I have to be committed a crime.
So
you can't just.
Pennsylvania versus Mims, actually the Supreme Court said we can have anybody step out of the car.
Okay, I'm gonna look that one up.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure that before that there has to be a cause. You can't just.
We have to have a reason to stop you.
Right.
Which that plate is a valid reason to stop.
Is that a crime?
It's a valid reason to stop you.
Is it a crime?
It's a civil infraction. It's a violation. It's a violation of Michigan statute.
Is it a crime? Because you can't. A person can walk down the street and he looks suspicious, so I stopped him. So that really don't.
Is it a crime if you don't use your turn signal?
But I did use my turn signal.
No, I'm saying, is it that would be a crime?
Actually, no, it wouldn't be.
It'd be a civil infraction. It's
Again,
still
that's
valid.
why.
It's still a valid stop.
Read this again.
You with me on that?
I'm read this again. U.S. Supreme Court decisions. All codes, rules, and regulations are for governments. So. And government alone, so you are trying to enforce a what? A code, a penal code, an MCL, which is only for government officials, according to the U.S. Supreme Court, not the Supreme Court of some other state, because they record.
Could I pull you over if you ran a stop sign?
Could you?
I'm asking.
I mean,
would it be a valid stop?
According to what y'all are taught, it would be. But according to what I just read, and it's not a misinterpretation.
What about what you believe?
I believe in what I read. I believe in what the courts have already said and ruled on. Said there's a reason why they have ruled on it and went this route about it, because of this type of incident of going this way. Yeah. It's not my fault that y'all don't want to accept it, or you feel like you need to be in control of things, or you feel like laws is here to govern when we are supposed to be self-governed.
I'm not arguing. I'm just wondering where you draw the line, like on a civil infraction. Say somebody was going 100 miles an hour down this road right here. Would that be a valid reason for me to stop you?
For you, yeah.
Would it for you? Do you think that's...
I mean, I would look at it as endangering someone's life.
But still, what's the law that was broke? It's civil infraction. It's speeding. The speed limits are set up.
But again,
it's an MCL code.
Right, according to the U.S. Supreme Court. So that's something that y'all need to address with the U.S. Supreme Court.
No, I'm asking what your personal belief on that one.
I'm believing what the court. I believe that as a private individual, that's self-governed. I'm not going to use the word that everybody else uses because nobody can explain why they are what this claim to be. But as a private individual, and this is by Hinkle versus Hale. As an individual, I do not have to open my doors to investigation. I don't have to talk to y'all or say anything as long as I'm not impeding on the rights of another human being. But as a corporation, which I'm not a corporation, then I do not have a right to refuse to open my doors because you're not talking to a corporation.
Mr. Williams?
Sir?
So just one thing I want to make you aware of too. So you are non-compliant on your sex offender registry. So
I've already talked to them.
I would just probably try and get that.
Okay. Yep. I've already talked to them. They know that I am on disability, so therefore they're supposed to be taking care of that.
I just like to let people know.
Okay.
So, and then I did issue 2 citations today. Okay.
No insurance.
For no insurance and improper plate.
Okay. That's fine.
Both of those tickets are misdemeanor in nature, so you
I
have to go
understand
to
that.
court for those.
And we already have one in court pending, so I just add this to it. But I like how you never answered the question of, are you avoiding?
Listen, please listen. Because I am towing your vehicle, okay, I'm going to inventory your vehicle. Is there anything I'm going to find in there?
So you're towing my vehicle.
Yes, sir.
Knock yourself out.
Is there anything I'm going to... Nope.
I got to make sure. I got to see what I got in there.
Okay. Is there anything that shouldn't be in there that I
No.
would... No. Okay.
No.
All right. I'll just have you hang back with while I do that, and then we're going to wait for the tow truck, and then you'll be on your way.
And where's my vehicle being towed to?
Buds and Pound.
Buds and Pound.
Or
okay.
you can pay to have it towed to your residence.
And how much is that?
That I don't know.
Okay. And how long is this going to take?
That I don't. It depends on when Buds gets here.
All right.
They should be here within 30 minutes.
All right.
That's part of their contract.
I'm for that field day with this. I really am.
I don't necessarily understand where you're coming from, but I hear you.
Okay.
All right? I hear you.
Yes, sir. I need to get my keys out of my vehicle and secure my vehicle. Is that all right?
I can grab your keys for you. They're in the ignition.
They're in ignition. Roll my windows up and lock my doors.
Okay.
Can you leave the ignition key so that Buds doesn't just
I'm
drag
going
it up there?
I'm going to be here because I'm going to pay whatever it is to have my vehicle towed.
They are not in the ignition, sir.
Yep, I got them on.
There you go.
Yep.
Oh, you're after ready.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Are you removing private property from a vehicle, from my vehicle?
Yes, sir. The plate is not legal to be on the roadway, so it's
Knock
an
yourself
improper-
out. Go ahead. Because the Fourth Amendment clearly states that you cannot take private property without just compensation. I'm letting you know.
Okay.
And all this is being recorded, so knock yourself out. And your oath is what? That you have an obligation to uphold and enforce the
You're good, take
Constitution.
plate.
What you asking them for? You already made, sir. I'm asking you, baby.
I'm helping. You know what? I know we can take an improper plate that's a Secretary of State issued plate. I don't know if we can take that plate.
Okay. We'll leave your plate.
Just like you cannot
can
take
call
that
him.
vehicle. But
Well,
I'm finna have.
he can tow the vehicle.
He can tow the vehicle, right?
Yep.
Just like
But I don't
finna-
know about the plate.
Just like I
you
have a
can.
copy already. Here I know I
So
have a copy of
Michigan
his bond, Kristen
license
Field.
plate
So I'm
belongs
finna
to the
snatch
Secretary
that,
of State.
and I'm finna start placing liens on your property. And let's see how you like that. See, that's what this is for the boy down to. All because you want to try to act like you're something that you're not. You're not a police officer, you're a peace officer. Learn who you are and learn who you're dealing with when you're dealing with citizens, private citizens. And since you want to go there, and I know this is being recorded, because I get the copy of that, you're dealing with a sovereign citizen. You do know what that is, right? Right? Oh, don't. And you never answered the question, are you voiding, or do you have jurisdiction or authority to void a U.S. Supreme Court case ruling? You never answered that. Why is that?
Again, where we're playing with words.
No, I'm not playing with words.
Well, it is. What he's doing right now is enforcing Michigan state law.
Right, but the U.S.
And
Supreme Court supersedes to
what-
which all
what
y'all
you're
are bound by. Are you or are you not?
We're bound by the Constitution, yes. But here's the thing.
Are you not bound by U.S. Supreme Court rulings? Are you not?
Are there a lot of rulings that say you have to follow the Michigan state law?
Why is nobody answering this question? Are you or are you not bound by U.S. Supreme Court case
We're
rulings?
talking about two different things here.
No,
Yes, we are.
Okay, that's all I want to know.
Are you or are you not bound by Michigan state law?
According to the U.S. Supreme Court, no, I'm not. I am a private individual. I'm not a corporation. See, these Michigan penal codes, that's why y'all refuse to read what people give y'all to read. These are U.S. Supreme Court cases, and I'm going to keep saying this because I like it to be a report. So you not have no plausible deniability of saying we didn't know what I'm telling you. But you, Bailey, this has nothing to do with you. I've dealt with him before, and he already knows this. He knows that we have something going on in court, but you want to act like you don't know. But since you don't know, then we're gonna go your route. We're gonna do this your way, and then you're gonna hate me even more. Oh, he's a smart.
I don't hate you at all.
You gonna? Because then when you can't explain to your girlfriend, wife, or your children why he's not taking our property, because you didn't uphold or follow the oath that you took as an officer. I, Christian Fields, have taken an oath to uphold and follow the U.S. Constitution, state Constitution, Michigan Constitution. I will not do what? Violate this. But here it is, you're doing what? So therefore, that makes my claim against your bond what? And it's all on camera. I didn't know. He told me.
All right, we can find out from them what it would cost to have it.
No problem.
Where would you want it?
I was just going right around the corner. You know when we had our conversation that once before when your other partner pulled me over and you pulled up and tried to talk to me like.
Let me ask him. And how would you be able to pay for that?
I was going to be with a card.
With a card?
Yep. Oh my goodness, you are hilarious. You know that? Yeah, I'm breathing like that too.
It's cold.
Is it? Sit in your vehicle. I'm not going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere but straight over there to the risk management, and say here's another one to add that to that. And if your bond is what you bonded for $1 million, so how much you think this for the cost you? I know. Oh, you thought about trying to tell me about my sex offender that was going to stop me from or deter me?
It was just informative. That's all.
I didn't already know this.
I didn't know that. How am I supposed to know?
There's a lot that you don't know, but you're going to find out.
Right? You don't know till you know.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I can take it right now.
Bring me out a receipt, correct?
And send it to you.
Well, I'm gonna need this. Okay, I can go to the library.
Or I'm saying, or you like you can call up our dispatch.
No, I'm gonna need a receipt now.
Okay.
So yeah.
Hold on, cause I gotta take pictures and put the information.
Do your job.
Not do his job?
No, I'm not. Right now, I'm trying to remain civilized and not take out something on people that has nothing to do with it.
I appreciate that.
No problem. I don't know how to put that plane up. Oh, and matter of fact, so you guys can take vehicles that's belong to other people's?
Clear up your question so I answer.
So my vehicle is still registered as I am the registered secure party of this vehicle as a lien holder, right? So the title is still not even in my name.
Okay.
So
yeah, the reason why it's being towed is because it's not legal to be on the traveling on the roadway like it was.
According to y'all.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the reason.
Okay.
So
well, not according to
who
y'all, but because if that was the case, why you didn't do it the first time you gave me a ticket?
Because you told me you had just gotten the vehicle. You said you just picked it up from
I showed you. Okay, so what was the excuse for the second time when you stopped?
That was my partner. That was not me.
Why you didn't take it then?
Because it's his traffic stop. It's not
his
mine.
traffic.
Yes, sir. Just like it's my traffic stop right now,
Okay.
right? So.
Okay.
Yep, that's why. But you had told me that you just bought the vehicle, or not bought. I'm sorry. You were the lien holder, and you just picked it up from Benton Harbor. And
Benton Harbor, or did I say Battle Creek?
Or you came from Benton Harbor from Battle Creek.
You can't even get your lot together. The title, may I grab the title of my vehicle, please? Because see, when you run it, and that's something else. So, my license, driver's license, and my home address, I know what it is. So, where in the hell did you get as my place of residence?
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
But see, so now we got falsifying documents by an officer. Because I gave you my driver's license to have my. I like you.
Okay.
I'm finna grab my title out of my vehicle.
That's right. nothing that we can say will change his mind. So just be professional, do your job. That's all there is to it.
So is that a crime?
For not knowing where your address is?
No. For falsifying and putting down false information, especially when I already gave you my driver's license, right? That has the correct address. Secretary of State. I went to Secretary of State and asked them to verify with my address.
For you for our internal system.
Auto-populates. What is it? Are we talking about this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that auto-populates when we run your driver's license.
I called the police department because I asked the dispatcher, where's they getting the information from? Because she's supposed to send the officer back out here to talk to me because she's like, well, if that's what your driver's license
I
is.
believe that comes through the Secretary of State.
So I just went to the Secretary of State and they said that's what they have. It's this address on there. So we're going to find out where you getting this address from.
Sir,
and falsifying the document.
If you don't mind, is so. That's you, correct?
Avenue, Benton Harbor, Michigan.
What is
Let
that?
me see what's on here.
I'm trying to help you right now. If you just want to let me show you something.
You didn't give me enough help. Thank you. I
Okay.
asked you, where's you getting this information from that you putting the wrong address on my stuff?
Someone else had put it in there. It wasn't me, but.
Oh, look at there. What address is on there? And this is at the Secretary of State. What's the address that's on there? So what in the hell is you getting your information from? And don't say somebody else because you just wrote the ticket.
So
Did nobody else write the ticket?
auto-populates.
Yeah, auto-populates.
Yes, sir.
So why the dispatcher didn't know it auto-populates? Why the people
'Cause
at
they
the
use
courthouse
different computer
don't know
systems than
that
we
y'all
do.
is auto-populating? Why is the Secretary of State saying that y'all don't know about the auto-populate?
That's something you can take up with court. It is still you. It's still got your driver's license number. If the address is incorrect on it, that's more so we can mail something to if we would have to. But either way, I want to hold this gentleman up right
All
here.
right, let me go ahead and pay you real quick.
Oh, real quick, name. I just need his name and number real quick.
Roosevelt, not Roosevelt, two
Sorry.
O's. Roosevelt Williams.
You said it's this guy.
I think when you run, I think
R-O-O-S-E-V-E-L-T.
that auto populates from Secretary of State, don't it?
Last name?
Williams.
It depends on if they already have an RMS profile,
Otherwise, it would put it in from RMS.
and that's where it came.
112.
So we would always want to verify and make sure we put in the address that's like their current
Okay, you said
registered
100 or
address.
something just before right around the corner?
Yes, it is, because en route from Marshall to here.
Okay, don't worry. I'm just asking
Yeah,
because
yeah,
you're going
I-
to pay me for it, so it don't make a difference.
I know you are. I'm just saying, do it. Work out here, whatever.
Now, this is simple. You took a simple, leave me alone, and turn it into I want your whole public hazard bond. That means I'm bond that y'all bonded for. I need that. And plus his property. Since you want to mess with something that belongs to me, this is mine. I paid for this. This is a private vehicle. This is not nothing in commerce, but now is it possible to do a split payment? Because I don't know if the whole 176 is on there, like 170 there, and then a payment from another card. Just K9 unit? Is it possible?
I am K9.
Right, no, I'm saying you're not a sergeant or nothing, right?
I'm corporal.
Okay, I should have asked for a sergeant or a sheriff or even the state police, but I don't feel like going through all that.
What's his up on the card?
Usually it's the sheriffs is who the sovereign citizens recognize their authority because
Right, and this
he's
like
elected.
I said, I didn't. Right, so you already know.
I'm telling you, this ain't my first.
I know. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
so it didn't have my funds.
it did.
Did not.
So due for 150.
Oh.
Hey, Yeah, I did. Guess what? I just made me some more money today. They're sitting here towing my vehicle, right? So I'm finna pay them $176 to have it towed, right? And then after I get back in it and head to the courthouse, I'm going to start, because I was trying to wait till I got heard on the ticket, because I was going to use the ticket that he already wrote me and use it as clear, you know, to prove my prima facie case in the courtroom. But now I'm finna go ahead and file a harassment claim and see what's the immediate thing I go ahead and start against this bond. Because it's the same officer. We'd already had this conversation, so now I have enough grounds to establish harassment. Yep, talking about my plate. Now keep in mind, and it's crazy, I just thought about it. They said they've been through this before, so they already know. So there's no problem with denial of diligence. They refuse to answer the question about if they're trying to overrule the U.S. Supreme Court case ruling, to which they're all bound by. To which I do not have them on camera, but I can subpoena to get a copy of the thing showing that I gave them notice. They do know that they violated my constitutional rights, that they took an oath to uphold. So I'll just call and let you know that I'm for the, I don't know if I want to do this myself or had an attorney do it. Because I want his house, I want his bank account, I want everything. Really?
The other one, you doing card payment or cash?
The other one's going on the card.
Just let you know that is another $3 charge.
It don't matter.
So that's $29. What's left over?
Okay. Let me take care of this real quick and I'll give you a call back in 10 minutes.
1106 dispatch. Can I get a complaint number?
Okay, all right. Well, I'll be up there in a minute. All right.
Hey, Mr. Williams.
Sir?
You're a grown man, so I can't tell you what to do. But if you drive it again, you could get pulled over again. You could get the same tickets again, and the vehicle would be towed again. Well, we could have this towed to the impound lot, and then you would have to get it registered and insured before it would be released to you. Which I'm not trying to. Which I'm not trying to do, but if you're gonna drive it on the road, we're forcing that Michigan state law. It's got to be registered. So I know you're gonna tow it back to your house. I just wanted to tell you, like, if you're gonna be driving it again, you probably get pulled over again. I ain't trying to go through this again.
Well, Bailey, between me and you see me, you don't see me. That's what a lot of other officers have been doing. That's what he had been doing till today. Because I had two of y'all behind me this morning. And
well, I'm not saying that it's for sure going to happen, but I'm saying it's very well a possibility it could happen again.
Okay, because even if I had to take my plate off, right, and even though that the title still, I still have a day to transport or move my vehicle from one place to another place.
When you purchase it,
it's not in my name. I'm just a lien holder on there.
I know.
So I could
All
go.
I'm saying is that would work if you bought it today and drove it somewhere, but if you're driving it tomorrow and you say you just bought it and drove it, that ain't gonna work.
I know.
All right.
But I'm saying, listen, I'm very, from our conversation, I'm very well versed with the laws. Well versed. Just because y'all don't agree with what y'all hear, or you guys don't step into the courtroom to find out what actually goes on in the courtroom, like right now, if I was going to a courtroom and one of my brothers is sitting up on that bench, because I'm a third-degree master mason, and so we could clear that courtroom out and y'all never know what's going on in that courtroom. And just because there's no ruling or proof of it, that don't mean that it didn't take place.
All right.
So, like I said, I respect you to the utmost. You didn't give me no problem, no harassment. He wanted to be a dick, told my vehicle, like I said, this is not the first time. Because you don't like the fact that I know something that you know that I know and you don't want to acknowledge it. You don't want to answer questions that's now you out in public. that's going to be made public, because when I get a host of the recording, I'm most definitely putting it on TikTok, YouTube, and every place.
Okay.
To create a even bigger.
You got a channel?
Not yet.
All right.
I use my my commercial account on certain accounts. Even if I put it on there, I send it out you ask, but whatever I put on there, there's nothing that can be done about it because it's covered under the freedom of speech. So if I put you guys on here doing this traffic stop, illegally violating my constitutional rights,
you can post it.
Yeah.
I ain't arguing that. We get people post stuff. We get posted all the time. Yeah. I just wasn't sure if you had a chance.
no, God tried to give me this site called Swift. Oh, let me run in here and get this.
All right,
real
you
quick.
do your thing.
All right.
Right in the puddle.
I mean, it starts and runs. I could move it, but
I don't know that I would.
yeah. Yeah.
Hello, anticipator, you guys go inside.
All right. Anything else?
I don't need anything else.
All right.
All right, sir.
You have a good day.
Yeah, you too.
You probably pull it back on the 28.
Only question I have is, will the laws of the U.S. Supreme Court be applicable, and the federal statutes and definitions of motor vehicle and automobile be applicable in this proceeding?
They are the state of Michigan laws that will be applicable.
Okay. The other question is, are you already not bound by U.S. Supreme Court rulings?
Every court is bound by relevant Supreme Court rulings.
Okay. I did inform Officer Kelly that I am not operating a motor vehicle, but I am operating an automobile. I did inform Officer Kelly of the ruling of Rodriguez v. Ray Donovan, U.S. Department of Labor, 769 Federal 2nd, 1344, where the U.S. Supreme Court's decision has ruled that all codes, rules, and regulations are for government authorities only and not for human creators. In accordance with God laws, all codes, rules, and regulations are unconstitutional and lacking due process.
All right, I'm going to interrupt you just for a second. Are you telling me that a case at 769 Fed 2nd, 1344 indicates that all laws are unconstitutional?
All codes, rules, and regulations. Yes, sir. Rodriguez v. Ray Donovan. And if
Well,
I'm not mistaken,
and you said that was Department of what?
U.S. Department of Labor.
Okay, U.S. Department of Labor doesn't publish decisions in the Fed 2nd.
Okay,
can you tell me a little
inter-
bit more about the case? What was at issue in the case?
It was regarding what we're discussing here, the requirements of a driver's license and the need when it's required to have one, stating that when you're not operating commerce, to which I informed the officer that I am not operating commerce as stated in USC 18 USCA 31 paragraph A6, states that a motor vehicle, the term of motor vehicle meaning every description of carriage, contrivance, propelled or drawn or mechanical powered and used for commercial purposes. This is what Title 18 USCA Section 31A6 states or defines as a motor vehicle, to which I am not operating in commerce. I'm not using
for the purposes of that particular chapter of the United States Code. It would not control what happens in terms of the Michigan legislature defining in Chapter 257 what a motor vehicle is, and an automobile
right.
under Michigan law is a motor vehicle. But Okay, continue.
Right, it's a motor vehicle which is described as anything, even by the Michigan compliance statute of 751, which you just stated, is determined as something that's transporting goods, which I'm not transporting goods.
I understand your position, and I can tell you that that position doesn't happen to be legally correct. But go ahead.
So you're basically stating that there's a misinterpretation of what's in black and white.
No, I'm telling you that you have misinterpreted the application of 18 USC 31A6 and 769 F second or Fed second 1344.
Okay,
But
well, I see where
I've
this
heard
is
your
going.
argument.
So there will be no further arguments because I see that you're not going to agree to, because like I said, I've given it to you the cases where they're like Shapiro v. Thompson, where the U.S. Supreme Court has said that a driver license is not a requirement, that you're trying to convert a right into a privilege, to which is covered by Article 1, Section
All right, well,
8, to which
I'll ask you this: is that right? The right to travel?
that is a right to travel, convey, however you want it, by the U.S. Constitution.
What you just told me was that somehow but regardless, am trying to convert a right into a privilege. Now, the question I have for you is, what right has been converted to a privilege?
My right to freely travel
Very good.
and
Now,
unfettered.
I will ask you this: how is your right to travel removed by receiving the citation?
By trying to require me to have a license to operate a automobile, which is my private vehicle.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else you want me to consider?
No, sir.
All right. Well, I can tell you this. The Michigan motor vehicle laws, including the laws that require you to carry insurance, that require your vehicle to be registered, and require that registration to be current, do not run in violation of any right to travel under the Constitution or the United States Supreme Court decision that you have cited. In fact, Michigan courts have held that essentially the right to travel means the right for you to move from A to B, not the right for you to travel from A to B under your most convenient way. So you could walk from point A to B all you wanted. You could take a taxi or an Uber or a plane or a train or a bus. But if you wish to travel by using a motor vehicle, the Michigan laws are applicable and don't unconstitutionally interfere with the right to travel. It doesn't convert the right to travel into a privilege. You are not denied the right to travel. You may be denied the privilege of traveling via a motor vehicle that you are operating. So
okay, so
that is what the law says, and that's what I'm finding.
Okay, I just appeal it, and that way I can make sure all citations are.
That's fine. I mean, I have no problem telling you you have the right to travel. I have no problem telling you you have the constitutional right to travel. All citizens do. No doubt about that.
One question. Is there a difference between a motor vehicle and an automobile? Is there a difference?
Yes. All automobiles are motor vehicles, but not all motor vehicles are automobiles.
Okay, so is my automobile not my private personal automobile that's not being used in commerce?
I would have no idea the use of your motor vehicle, and it's not relevant to me for the purposes of deciding whether you're responsible for these civil infractions.
Okay. Well, I have nothing else for you to consider.
Well, very good. I'm letting you know the law does not make a distinction between your using the vehicle for personal reasons or you're using the vehicle for commercial reasons when your registration plate is expired and when you fail to show proof of insurance. Both of those are required.
The MCL language.
Both of those are required under Michigan law for anyone operating any motor vehicle. That's what I can tell you. So
Correct.
if you,
A motor vehicle to which I am not operating a motor vehicle. And this is what we are trying to
I guess,
circumvent.
yeah,
I am
and
operating my
it's not
automobile,
circumventing.
not a motor vehicle.
I can tell you that an automobile is considered a motor vehicle under the Michigan Motor Vehicle Code. So that's fine. Is there anything else you want me to consider?
Nope.
Very good. All right. So I've listened very carefully to the evidence. I do find that it's more likely than not that when you were required to at a traffic stop show proof that your vehicle was insured, that you failed to do so, and that it is more likely that your operator's, or not your operator's license, I'm sorry, the registration plates on the vehicle were expired. So I'm going to assess the $125 on the no proof of insurance case and the $110 on the expired plates case. The address that you want things sent to, Benton Harbor 49022. Is that correct?
That is the address. I don't know where the other address is coming from, but that is my address.
Well, I don't know what other address you're speaking of, but that's the address the court now has for you. So both of those judgments will go out in the mail on Monday. All right. Thank you both for your time and patience. You're all set. Have a very good day.
Thank you, sir. You too. You too.